As you potentially already know by now, my brother and I like to get up to some pretty weird and wacky adventures when it comes to travelling across the country, and this video is no exception. Today we've set ourselves the challenge of getting on the 3 cheapest trains in a row with absolutely zero pre-planning to see where we end up. So we are at our first station stop, which is our local train station here in Beverley, and I'm not going to lie to you, not that many trains run through this station because it is almost the end of the line. So we are limited for choice. We're going to have a look, see what's cheapest. We don't want to be waiting here too long, so we're going to give it a 30-minute window and hop straight on that train. Are you excited?
Very excited. There's only 2 platforms, so limited option.
We just love doing weird stuff and spending our times on trains. And also, Harry, what have we both forgotten?
My AirPods, your AirPods.
Both of our AirPods are just firmly at home, so
I hope we don't have to travel far.
Let's go. Okay, here are the departures going from Beverley. There's really not that many, so we need to work out which is the cheapest. So the first train going out of Beverley station after we get here is the 9:14 to Bridlington. That is £23 for us to both go on it and travel the whole length of the line, so that's quite expensive. Okay, York is actually cheaper at £19. I'm quite surprised by that. We're going to give it like a half an hour window, so between now and 1:45. Kind of all the trains that go from here have to go via Hull, and the next cheapest one going in the next half an hour is the first one to York. We haven't been to York in a while. We have set off on a travel challenge from York in the past, but not recently. Oh yeah, we finished our Land's End to John O'Groats in York. We just love York Station, we just can't stay away. This is what it cost for 2 of us to travel on a single to York. I don't think that's too bad, considering York is an hour and 35 minutes on the train. That's like, what, just under £10 each? So this is what we meant, guys. We are based here in Beverley. The line literally only really runs to Hull, which is why York is a bit of a joke, because you have to go down to Hull and then all the way back up to York, considering that it wasn't badly priced. Or we could have gone up to Bridlington and Scarborough, but the trains up to Bridlington and Scarborough are surprisingly expensive. Like, this was going to have cost us £26. Then we were off. We boarded the first train of the day from Beverley to York, a journey that by train takes around an hour and 20 minutes or so. First stop, Hull and then York.
Loudest train ever.
This is literally going to be the worst to film on if it's as loud as this the whole way, so enjoy some arty shots. We have made it to Hull. This is like a 10-minute stop off because all the trains stop here. This is the end of the line. We are now about to head back out to York. We've had a look at the York departure times and we think we've kind of worked out which train we might be getting on in York, but obviously it does sort of depend, like if this train's delayed, where else is on the departure boards when we get there and stuff. So to York. I have never heard of this place. If you're from here, please speak up now, because does anybody live here? Made it to York! Here are the departure boards. We need to work out which is the cheapest. I mean, I think it's probably going to be Leeds, which goes in like 8 minutes from now, 7 minutes from now. So we kind of need to work it out. Leeds is only £7. Beverley Park's also 7. Manchester Airport, anyone?
Where is Beverley Park?
That's also Leeds, but look at how many stops it's got. Ooh, Manchester Airport's expensive. Should we look at London for the joke? Ooh, no, right, it's going to be Leeds then, isn't it? We need to get to platform 10. The issue with this train, guys, is it goes in 4 minutes from the platform at the total other side. So I don't know if we're going to make it onto this. £7 for us to both get to Leeds actually really isn't bad.
No, it's not.
That's £3 each. £3.50 each. What a total stress. The tickets haven't been transferred. My mask's off. Harry's here. Oh, I'm having a meltdown. Yes, we've done it. We've made it to Leeds. No, we haven't made it to Leeds. Oh my god, we've made it on the train to Leeds. I know where I am. It's only been stop number 1. It's raining. This was a very tight turnaround onto this train. But £3.50 each. Bit of a detour because we can get to Leeds from Hull, but you know.
That's not the aim of the game.
That's not the aim of the game. It's part of the fun of it.
Being there going to the weirdest conversations and then we'll
This train is the Melbourne service.
We don't need bees. And she was like, we do. I'm gonna Google it. That's right, what?
We have made it into Leeds. This is a big station, so...
You know the last time I was here, I got on the wrong train with Dad.
That was not the last time you came to Leeds.
Swear to God.
No, it wasn't, because you came to visit me at uni and that was after that.
Not on the train.
Yeah, you did, because I picked you up at the station. We arrived at Leeds, there's a lot of trains that go from the station, so our next job is to calculate what the cheapest one leaving from here is and get on that. Here is the departure board. As I say, there's a lot of trains that go from Leeds, so the options are like quite a lot more. We need to do some quick maths. Guys, Leeds had so much more choice. It is an absolutely massive station that kind of connects the north to the south, as well as running trains to a lot of the smaller surrounding towns, and we knew it was most likely going to be one of these that was the cheapest. Got to make a quick pit stop, because by this point coffee is essential. Harry, what would you like? Okay, he's just walked away.
My usual.
A mocha frappuccino?
Yep, medium
Okay.
cream.
Eventually, 17 hours later, Harry and I got our drinks. It does not look like his regular order.
Never looked this dark before. It took them so long.
It did. We almost missed our train.
Well, we actually genuinely did.
Yeah, we actually genuinely
Like,
have
it
almost
literally
missed
goes in
our
like 2
train.
minutes.
Considering it's a train station Starbucks, they were taking their good sweet time.
The train ticket was cheaper than the Starbucks.
Yeah, it was the train ticket that we've got. Oh yeah, I haven't told you where we're going. Here we go, boys. The cheapest train out of Leeds right now is to Skipton. This cost Harry and I £5 for the pair of us. £2.50 each, this train was.
This was £4.50.
That was £4.50. This train was £2.50. We are going to Skipton. Give us a review of that weirdly coloured Starbucks.
Extremely strong.
Really? You're going to be
Like-
bouncing off the walls?
No, not in coffee, in chocolate.
Oh.
It tastes like dark chocolate.
Well, that's probably why you've got your value for money, because that's £4.50's worth of chocolate just in that drink. This is, oh, that really scared me. That train just set off and really threw me off. This is our final train of this video. I've never been to Skipton before. It is in North Yorkshire, I believe. It says it's the Yorkshire Dales when you Google it. Can't believe that a single for an adult from Leeds is £2.50. I googled how long it takes. It takes 43 minutes. 43-minute journey for £2.50 is an absolute bargain.
Trains down.
Which completes our journey, and then we're going to explore Skipton.
Welcome to the Skipton train.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The next station is Shipley.
Very informative, very helpful. In total, I spent £19 on the train to York, £7 on the train to Leeds, and then £5 on the train to Skipton. £31 in total for 3 journeys for 2 people, so about £16 each. By the time we arrive at our end destination, this is the journey we'll have done, 78 miles from home, just to the other side of Yorkshire. I think people sometimes forget how big Yorkshire actually is. Like, you can travel for ages and not even leave the county. Girl, that is not how you spell Molly. We are arriving into Skipton, and it looks like it's gonna absolutely chuck it down, so I'm very excited to explore. We have made it to the town of Skipton. I believe we're in North Yorkshire. Are we in North Yorkshire? Or is it West? Is it West Yorkshire?
We've gone north from Leeds, so I'll call it north.
We weren't just going to come here and turn around and go straight back. We're going to explore a little bit, and I have googled the top 10 things to do in Skipton. Basically numbers 1 to 5 basically include going to the castle.
I don't think there's 10 buildings in Skipton.
Anyway, basically number 1 to 5 of the to-do list is go to the castle, go to the castle garden, go to the castle.
Let's go to the castle.
So we are going to go to the castle, but first we're going to get some food because it is 1 PM almost. It's like 1:45.
Do they have a Mackie? We're not going to Mackie's.
We're not going to Mackie.
We are North Yorkshire because the weather's North Yorkshire.
It's bloody cold, yeah. Got a canal with some boats on it, very nice. Maybe there's some cafes down there. Guys, we found a town that looks identical to Beverley, our hometown and today's starting point.
Identical.
Very similar. Yeah. Tell me you're in Yorkshire without telling me you're in Yorkshire still. It's a market town, also somewhat similar to Beverley. This shop is so cute, guys. What is the name of it? I didn't actually get the name. Guys, a vegetarian cafe, but Harry says no, and that's fine. We're trying to find somewhere quaint and somewhere that's like not a chain, because there is literally a Pizza Express right there. Oh yeah, Harry bought something. Of course he did. Of course he did. He saw it on the wall and he just couldn't leave it. I bet at night time this would be cute. Wow, this little shopping centre is very cute, very hidden. Are we gonna find somewhere to eat in here? I don't know. This is not what I was expecting to find. Sorry, what did you just call?
The cake on there?
The cackle. Say it in a Yorkshire accent. I like yours better though. The cackle. I think it's the cackle. Harry and I have come to a tiny cafe called The Terrace in a little shopping centre in Skipton. Never heard of this before in my life, obviously, but they've got quite a good lunch menu. You know what you need to say now, Harry? Scram. Harry went for a chicken wrap with other bits and bobs inside it, green stuff. I went for a cheese and onion and maybe brie or something, toasty with watermelon apparently. We love that. Very exotic. Finished up eating. We are now going to head to Skipton's most famous landmark and attraction, the castle. We just need to locate it and find it, but Harry seems to think he knows the way. Don't know how, he's never been here before.
Geography innit?
Actually, tell a lie, we have been here before. We texted our mum, we texted mum to tell her where we ended up. And she was like, oh, we've been to Skipton, and Harry and I were like, have we? Harry's saying, I bet you don't need a booking, but I've just seen a sign and I reckon you do need a booking because of COVID. We have arrived and paid £18 to walk around the grounds of the castle, so Harry, we're going to make the most of it. And we've got seats like we're on a school trip because the tour guide guy was really jolly and clearly very passionate about the castle. Skipton Castle. From what I could see in my research, this is the town's main and kind of only tourist attraction. Built in 1090, it's one of the best preserved medieval castles in all of England. And guys, I'm not going to go on about it, this is not a history channel, but it is really beautiful, and if you haven't ever visited or ever find yourself nearby or in the Yorkshire Dales, I do really recommend it. Just touristy things. Literally the only people here are Harry, me, and this entire school trip. You guys know how I feel about a museum, like an old archaeological site or a castle or a church. Like, that is a bit of me. And when we texted my mum to say we were here, she reminded me that we've been to the castle before when I was probably about 9 years old, hence why I don't remember it. However, one thing I do remember, and I know for a fact that there's photos of, is Harry and I standing in this, like, I don't really know what this is, old church building. Harry's getting his edumacation on.
What?
Edumacation, are you learning?
Yeah.
What have you learned?
They're Lady Anne's steps behind. I don't know what she did to deserve some steps, but they're hairs apparently.
It's giving me a strong Harry Potter crossed with like Lord of the Rings or something vibe. Do you think anybody's ever hit the wall in a church before?
Yes, probably. I'd imagine so.
Although it is really cool, really historical, it actually does kind of creep me out a tiny bit. Like, something about the window. Don't do that. I'm so out of breath, oh my god. I'm claustrophobic, Darren. Oh god.
Danny?
Yep. Also, I definitely think this has been modernised. I don't think they had a glass roof somehow. How does anybody know that in 1390 this was a banquet hall?
We built it like a couple of years ago.
24 hours in an abandoned castle in the monument room. Anybody know what a monument room is? This might be the worst staircase I've ever seen in my life. There's just simply just no room for your feet to go. I am going to end up dead. I can tell that we've climbed high because I'm out of breath. Here comes Harry. He's being born out of a medieval stairwell. Here he comes. Ugh, made it. I've found my area. Anything in there? Any food from the Victorian days? Cheeky little pit stop at one of our favourite places before we board the train. Harry loves Morrison's, don't you? We have reached the end of our travel trip. We are currently sitting outside at Skipton train station once again. We are going to head back home now. I'm quite glad that we ended up here because it's been somewhere that we wouldn't have visited otherwise.
No, definitely not.
But
fun day out.
Yeah, fun day out. There are things to do. I imagine if the weather was good that this would be 10 times nicer because it has been cold and cloudy.
It's going to sound sad, but I enjoyed the castle.
I know you did. I could tell that you were having a good time. A little bit different, a little bit rogue. We woke up this morning with absolutely no plan whatsoever. We did not have a clue if we were going to end up in Newcastle, London, Scotland. Like, we could have ended up anywhere. If you have enjoyed this style video, do go a huge thumbs up. As you guys know, I love filming stuff like this. There will definitely be more over the summer. Subscribe down below if you're not already, and I should be back on my channel on Saturday. Thank you for coming with me on another random, kind of pointless, kind of fun
I enjoy them.
adventure.
We have fun.
We do. Bye. You drink that blue drink. Cheers.